Next, in a historic Maryland series, the Western Maryland Station in Union Bridge, Maryland. This section of the Western Maryland Railway was built in 1852, and this station followed shortly thereafter. And that's part of the Historical Society. Let's try to have a look inside. I remember the Penn Central days when they had the Worms in Love logo, the PC.
Well, you know, they pulled a lot of track out down there too, and used to be a lot of trains sitting down there, steam and diesel. But now it's only one track down there.
Right.
They got a stupid ball diamond in there now, so.
Interchanges. We used to live near the northern central mom and pop area, around my way. I didn't buy my grandfather.
Very classy.
We lived in Towson area. But he wanted to get here before we closed.
Here we have the original telegraph room,
Yeah.
and the block signals outside were controlled from here as well.
Well, you know, that not there where it's just a model, you know. This,
Well, he said,
you know what this is, really? This is really the stuff, the machine that works that thing out there.
right, a train order signal.
But
Right.
they built a small one here, the guy that runs it, fixes that, they built that to see how it works, you know.
There used to be semaphores out there at one time.
Yeah.
Right, it would actually, because it's.
They were controlled from here.
Watching the thing work, it's so,
I don't know if this thing works or
it's so
not.
analog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it works.
Analog in the digital era.
Well, they ended up getting, I think he said 2 or 3 of these. Somebody had them in a garage somewhere, and the society ended up getting them. And somebody that's really good with this stuff restored one of them.
Fantastic.
Let's see if I-
There we go.
Oh, okay. That's the room we were just in, the original ticket office and telegraph. This room contains a couple of model layouts.
Oh!
As soon as you take off, let you go with the left one, then it starts dropping.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah.
In the future,
Yeah,
I'd like to
I agree.
take some of my Western Maryland stuff and try running over here if nobody objects to it.
It'll run on here for sure, you just have to take that off.
Yeah, one thing I was told was park everything in the back where the little fingers can get.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a nice Western.
A very detailed layout.
I see some new buildings on here.
They were there, Glendon Station.
They doing anything down there in your town?
Very historic station. Let's explore the rest of it.
Series of tests, and they said it passed a whole bunch of series of tests, but there was only a couple more left to pass, and they lost the, you know,
I walked up there. Can I get some coal off this tender?
That's where we are now.
Yeah, how much you want? Get the shovel again. Here, you can.
Now, back outside for a few seconds. We'll check out the other part of the station, right up ahead there. This station is actually in 2 parts. Yes, indeed. That sign once held true, as did that one, the Fireball logo. Now in the second part of the station, this be a two-part station. More railroad artifacts here from the classic Western Maryland days, including an order board. And that be the order board right there. Okay, I'll place an order. I'll take a cheeseburger, french fries, and a Coke. The red lines in that map represent the one-time Western Maryland system, part of what they called the alphabet route, the fast freight system. In Cumberland, the line split. One part went to Connellsville, Pennsylvania. The other part went towards Elkins, West Virginia. The building we're in now at one time was the office building next door to the passenger station. Again, the train order board there. Some nice displays here. I'll show you a few. A display case here with all kinds of memorabilia again. Most of which were used on the Western Maryland, obviously. And over here, something for the ladies. A classic sewing machine. An example of the Western Maryland block signal. Not ACPL, but it gets the job done. Over here, locomotive controls. Need one of those for sure. Along with the throttle and brake and things. And again, the order board. And down below, some examples of Western Maryland passes, which I wish had my name on them. Don't you wish you're old enough to have one of those in your wallet and be able to use it? Let's head here and see what's happening. Even got a restroom. I guess that's good. A video production, but it's not high def. All right, come on in.
First-class operation which is bring water at Market Street.
Cumberland there. And beneath the interlocking Another display case with more artifacts from the Western Maryland. Over there is a Motorola two-way radio, which most railroad people I talk to seem to favor. And some nameplates off various locomotives, most of which were built by the Baldwin Locomotive Works. As were some mom-and-pop locomotives.
As soon as 7:34 is intended for the water, she'll back onto her train for an on-time 11:30 a.m. departure. 2 miles west of the depot and already
Just love those Baldwins.
734 crosses U.S. Route 40 at the west end of the Narrows.
I wish I knew where that was. And in this room, more photographs and things. Incredible displays here. If you can make it out here to have a look, I encourage it. After a bunch of CSX, this is a decent change. Both of these station buildings are built in the 1870s, as it turns out. About the time the Western Maryland reached here from Glendon. And don't forget, the Western Maryland once began by the Northern Central off their Greenspring branch. And the Central didn't use the branch anymore after getting permission to go straight to Pennsylvania. The Greenspring branch got as far as Owings Mills. Then the Western Maryland bought it in 1852 and continued it to here and beyond. Up there, a painting of Helmstedter's Curve, northwest of Cumberland. And down below, more beautiful photographs of the original running of the Western Maryland. They had some beautiful locomotives, didn't they? All kinds of VMDs, Fs, and GPs. I have one of them on my HO layout. You should get one for yours. The line used to run weekend excursions to Penmore Park. Back before everybody had air conditioning, that's how they'd escape the city heat during the summer. The park still exists, but you can't take a train there anymore. And something I highly recommend that all of you do.
Worked there as a teenager.
Oh, yeah? Walking is fun.
I walk 3 to 4 times a week.
That's good, just a little bit of it. I walk through the
Nice
school.
gift shop,
They
too.
say walking is one of the best exercises you can do. Yeah. Okay.
Have you even got a little Western Maryland?
Yeah, it's a CD with photos.
There's an N-gauge layout downstairs, which we'll try to check out
Cool. I like
in the
it.
10 minutes we have left. Yeah, this is one fantastic place to visit.
He's taking a video. This is cool. Cool, there's a caboose.
Yeah, nice display case there of the HO equipment. Never there, the N-gauge layout. That's really detailed there, a lot of that.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, there it is in operation. Got a run by there, okay.
I'll show you.
This encased train contains a car with hobos on it. I'll try and pick it out.
Streetcar. Another streetcar.
Oh,
But it's not running.
where?
It's not running.
Right there.
now.
Over, it's over there?
That's-
One of those open box cars that hobos.
You must have-
About to pass a streetcar. There. Another run by. And that's the one-time starting point of the Western Maryland. When they first picked up the Northern Central's Greenspring branch and extended it to here and beyond. And at Highfield is where the lines from Gettysburg and this line meet and continue west to the meeting with the current CSX line. And now back up the steps and on out. Pretty cool being down in the cellar. Now back outside. But check out this sign over here. How many of you remember this agency? They're long defunct. Over here, one of the offices for the Maryland Midland Railway, across the street from the Western Maryland station, and to the east, the Union Bridge Yard. And here's where the former branch to the cement plant branches off, but no longer runs there. The track once ran to the middle of Farquhar Street, but no longer does that. They put in a new siding to the plant, a new spur or whatever. A couple of grown over hoppers there. Now we're at Keymar, Maryland. The junction of the Western Maryland and the one-time Pennsylvania Railroad, now Maryland Midland. There was a Y track here, and that was one of the legs at one time. And in the woods there would have been a turntable at one time, way back when. That's looking east, back towards Union Bridge. But to the north, an ostrich farm. And they're watching me do my thing. And that's looking west, towards points west, obviously. This line now is operated by the Maryland Midland, along with the other line that track there connects to. At one time, that track in the foreground connected with the main line to the east, but now disconnected. And again, the ostriches, or emus, whatever they might be. I think if they lay eggs, you can step on them without breaking them. One more part of the Y here. It curves around from where you just were and ends up here. But why those signals are covered up, I couldn't tell you. I thought they still operated this. And there's the overpass of the Maryland Midland, the line from Frederick to Tawnytown. It used to run to York, but it's abandoned from Tawnytown to Hanover. Down there in the distance is the junction with this line and the Maryland Midland. Well, they're both Maryland Midland now. And right there is the junction. The Maryland Midland towards Frederick bears straight ahead, and to the north bears off to the right there. But for some odd reason, the switch is set for coming this way onto the connection track to the western Maryland. And that way is north on the Maryland Midland towards Tawnytown. And here is the connection track one more time, back towards the western Maryland, but out of sight around the bend. And there was the bridge over the road that brought us here, which I showed you a couple minutes ago. Back in '83, I took a train ride this way from Walkersville to Tawnytown and shot some pictures. I guess I'll put them in the future slideshow. So here you have it, the Keymar connection. Now back in Union Bridge, here's Farquhar Street. The track to the cement plant used to run down the middle of the road. The track at one time came out of there, off the main line, obviously. Then it went up this way to the cement plant in the distance, down the middle of the road, but paved over. Like I took shots of this back in '82, before it got paved over. The Maryland Midland still serves that cement plant, but they built a new spur to it off the main line, and hence this track's now paved over that was in the road. And right there is part of the track that once ran down the middle of the road, that once came out of right over here, but no longer. So there you have it, more Maryland history for you. The Union Bridge, Western Maryland Station. Stay tuned and subscribe for more Maryland history from your bullfrog. Bye. Okay, that's a wrap. Let's go home.